We are looking at page 109 in your textbook, number 38. The problem says, suppose that the function y equals f of x is decreasing on the interval -2, 7. Well, let's look at our graph. We're going to first of all, this is not the coordinates of a point. This is an interval from when x is -2 until x is 7. 2, 3. Now, if it's decreasing on this interval, that means that the graph is going down when you go from left to right. So I'm just going to put a point. I'm making up the point. It does not matter what point. This is just to give us a visual of showing how my graph is decreasing or going down. Now, it could have curves. It could have just a straight line. That does not matter, as long as it is decreasing on the interval from -2 to x equals 7. Part A asks, over what interval is the graph of f of x plus 2 decreasing? Well, the plus 2 inside of parentheses is a horizontal shift to the left 2 units. So if we moved this point left 2 units, okay, it would be, the x-coordinate would be at -4. If I move this point left 2 units, the x-coordinate would be at 5. So the interval would be from x equals -4 until x equals 5. Non-inclusive, because the original was non-inclusive. That's why we use parentheses, instead of a bracket. Now, part B. Over what interval is the graph f of x minus 5 decreasing? Well, -5 inside of parentheses is a horizontal shift to the right 5 units. So we move each point to the right 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I were to take 7, add 5 to it, I have 12. Then I take my original point here, move it to the right 5. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5. And this x-coordinate is 3. So on the interval from x equals 3 to x equals 12, it is decreasing when we have f of x minus 5. Now, part C. What can be said about the graph y equals -f of x? Well, -f of x is a reflection in the x-axis. That means we change the y values. If I were to take this point here and change the y-coordinates to negatives, it would be, this is at, let's say -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be still at -2 for the x-coordinate, but it would be down at -4 here. Now this point here, if I were to change its y-coordinate, this point here is 7, 1. If I were to change the sign of its y-coordinate, it would be 7, -1. Well, this, when I connect my dots, is not decreasing but increasing. So I can write increasing on, and my interval is -2, 7. Part D. What can be said about the graph of y equals f of negative x? Well, this means that we take our x values and we change the signs of the x coordinates. Here, this x coordinate's positive 2. We would take the same point and we would make it, its x coordinate is negative 2. We would take the same point and make its x coordinate positive 2. Right here. And this point here, its x coordinate is 7. Keeping the same y coordinate, we would make the x coordinate negative 7. 5, 6. And connecting my two purple dots, you notice this function is increasing on the interval from x equals negative 7 to x equals positive 2. So I would write increasing on negative 7, 2. And there we have problem number 38.